Alright, what's up everyone? Real quick, try to do a quick video here. It's gonna be about the freshwater tank and the saltwater tank in there. This first clip probably gonna be just about the hybrids. I was watching a live stream yesterday from Island Aquatics and a couple other people that he had on there. It's Troy is from Island Aquatics, and we were just talking about tanks and everything, commenting back and forth. So I figured I'd do a video on my hybrid cichlids that I have in here, and we'll touch on the velvet situation that I was talking about. Anyways, so the hybrids, will jump right into it. It's my 250 gallon freshwater cichlid. Well, I say fresh, but it's actually brackish. It's 1.0078 or 1.007 to 1.008, something like that. But that's mainly for my freshwater moray eel that is in here. They call it freshwater moray, but they're not really freshwater. They're caught in freshwater when they're babies, and they actually require brackish or saltwater to live. But I have a fire eel and that eel in here. So anyways, real quick to the hybrids. So this one here, this is a hybrid, and that one is a hybrid. That is babies from my blood parrot cichlid there and a green Texas cichlid. This is the more beautiful one here. It kind of looks like an electric blue Texas cichlid. His eyes are even blue. He's a super light blue. He gets all kinds of different colors when he gets aggressive, angry, stressed, whatever. This one here, he darkens up, brightens up. He's super beautiful too, but not nowhere near as colorful as his brother over there. I'm pretty sure that's a male. But yeah, so the blood parrot and the Texas, they bred together. She laid the eggs and he fertilized them. And these are the two bigger ones that I have. I had a whole bunch more, and the velvet struck. I had them in a separate tank, and that's whenever disaster struck. I didn't know what was going on. So then I had a bunch of other small ones in here too at the time. So anyways, we'll jump right over here to the tank that velvet struck in, which is my turtle tank. It's a 40-gallon breeder. These are some other small hybrids. They're from the same litter or same fry batch, whatever you want to call it. This is a bigger one back here. But anyways, had some real weird stuff going on. The fish were just seemed really stressed out. Their fins were clamped. They stayed at the top of the water. So I couldn't figure it out. So I ended up thinking that it was something to do with the water. Put them over into this tank here, what used to be the goldfish tank. And little did I know, I ended up transferring the disease to the goldfish tank. And I only realized that it was velvet after everything had died. I think there was 12 or 13 fish in this tank. It even killed a speckled wild caught catfish that I caught personally out of a spillway. I caught when he was about that big, and he ended up being about, I don't know, 8 inches, 9 inches long, and it killed him. So I knew it was something serious. But anyways, yeah, I lost like 12 or 13 fish in that tank, and then I lost my goldfish that we had for, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years. I don't know, some ridiculous amount of time. So that hurt. So then the rest of the hybrids that I had in there are in here now, and I had to restart this tank all over again, brand new filtration, cleaned all the gravel and everything. Actually I dumped all the old gravel out and put fresh crushed coal in there and just completely restarted the tank. And then down here is my electric blue Jack Dempsey. I got this guy when he was probably a ½ inch, not even an inch long, probably about a ½ inch big. And now he is a good 3 inches and doing awesome. This is his quarantine tank. I will be setting up a bigger tank for him eventually, or actually very soon. All I need to do is order the filter for a tank, because I have one outside, but I was going to use that for a mantis shrimp, but he needs another one. So let's jump right into the saltwater real quick, and we'll go in there and we'll go over everything that I done while I was live streaming, because there wasn't a whole lot of people watching. So we'll just go over that and we'll go from there. So just real quick, let's walk down the hallway. I don't think I'm gonna edit this video. So let's jump right into the saltwater room. This is the 200-gallon saltwater tank with all my beauties in there. And then we have the 55-gallon saltwater tank here. And we'll go ahead and just name some of the fish that I have in here. We got a coral beauty, a flame angel, we got a blue hippo tang, we have a frostbite clownfish, 2 chromis. I have my white wart skin angler. I have 2 scorpion leaf fish. They're actually I say a pair, but they're buddies. They hang out together a lot. Then I have my star serpent here in the corner, which is actually called a green brittle star. And you see the little toadfish that I have down here under the rock. He's a cool little guy. And then I have a zoa there on a frag plug, and I have 2 anemones back here behind the rock who just freaking thrive in this tank. And this tank I keep at 82.6 degrees to try to keep the ick out of the tank. Marine ick sucks. I've already went through it once in this tank, and I had to take everyone out of here, put in the quarantine tank with copper in it. Luckily, everyone survived, everyone recovered. They had it pretty bad. The coral beauty and the blue hippo tang were the worst, and I'm not real sure who actually caused the outbreak. But anyways, it's gone now. I'm not sure if I still have ick in the tank or not, but no one has showed any signs of it, so everyone's doing great. So that's why I keep it at 82.6, because that actually speeds up the life process of the parasite, helps it die off quicker, or whatever the process is. Anyway, so the 200, we'll go over everything in here. I have names for all these fish as well. This is Joker, that's Cass, that one, what did I say? Oh, that's Gabriel. That one is Dory, of course. That's Dory. My wife named it. Everyone calls that Dory. And then we have Dion and Leon, and that's Dion and that's Leon. Only I can tell the difference because no one else really knows. There's only one other person that can tell the difference, and that was the guy that worked with me. I haven't named this guy yet. I was thinking about Doc Ock, but he doesn't have 8 legs. He's only got 5 arms, and it's not an octopus. I thought it'd be cool to call him Doc Ock because he's like an octopus. Looks really cool. And we have, my wife calls this one Bumblebee. I call him Bebop, and I call that one Rocksteady. I don't know if anyone here knows about the Mutant Ninja Turtles, but Bebop and Rocksteady were the 2 enemies of the Ninja Turtles. They were Shredder's little minions. So those are the names in that tank. Oh, and I have the purple lobster down there too under the rock. We haven't really figured out a name for him yet. Can't remember if I had a name for him or not. But if anyone can think of a name for the purple lobster, drop some opinions down in the comment box if you want to comment. No, yeah, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And all those who subscribed last night, I really appreciate it. Thank you. That was a whole lot of subscribers in just a matter of time. I really appreciate that. And we also need a name for the toadfish. I haven't figured out a name for the toadfish. He was in with a feeder fish a long time ago. They gave him to me for $5. And I think that would be it in that tank. So like I said, if y'all have any suggestions for the toadfish and for the green brittle star and the purple lobster, let me know in the comments. Just drop some options down there for me. Let's go over the 200. So 200, I had TJ, which is the clown trigger here in the 55, and we had Pennywise. I don't know if y'all have seen him. There he is, the Picasso trigger. He was in the 55. And I transferred both of them out of the 55 into the 200 recently this weekend because they're going to end up getting really big. They need more room. And I didn't want them picking on my starfish or end up killing my purple lobster because they are little holes when it comes to invertebrates and crustaceans. They'll eat them. So I put them over here because I knew they were big enough to defend themselves over here with all the predator fish that I have here. This is Oscar. Oh yeah, this is Walter. I forgot to tell y'all, the angler white, the white waterskin. This is Walter from Grumpy Old Men, Walter Matthau. I don't know if y'all know that movie. I don't know if a lot of y'all are probably too young, but anyway, that's Walter. We have Oscar, Oscar the Grouch from Sesame Street. We have Khan, Genghis Khan, greatest emperor that ever lived. He's an emperor angelfish. Then we have Peanut, the puffer, the porcupine puffer fish. He was cool. We got him when he was like this big. That's why we called him Peanut, because he looked like a little peanut. We have Blade, the Niger Trigger. Love him to death. That purple tint and hue on him, freaking amazing. Then we have Spike, the fox-faced rabbitfish over here, the one-spot fox-faced rabbitfish. He's venomous. The spines on him are venomous. We have Zeus, the blue line grouper. We have Fat Bastard, the 6-line grouper, or soapfish, as you want to call him, is another name for that grouper there. Those are actually toxic to your fish, so if you don't know anything about them, I wouldn't suggest getting them because they're actually expert level fish, supposedly. I didn't realize until I bought him. I'd done a little more research and everything. But what happens if they get really stressed out or if they die, they can release a neurotoxin inside your tank and can kill your fish. So I highly recommend doing your research and knowing what you got going on before you buy a 6-line grouper or soapfish. We have the scorpion fish down here. We call him Venom because he's venomous too. His spines have venom in them. Then we have Mufasa, the lionfish. Everyone knows they're venomous. You don't want to get poked by them. But I hear a saltwater catfish hurts a lot worse, which I've been poked plenty of times by saltwater catfish. I don't know if y'all see that's Gucci back there, my snowflake eel. I call him Gucci because he's got gold flakes all over him. Reminds me of a gold Gucci chain. Then we have, oh, there's his head right there. There's Gucci's head. We have Beetlejuice, the zebra moray eel. He's huge. He stays inside his little PVC pipe home until I start putting food in there, which I do have a feeding coming up. I'm gonna try to drop it on this video as long as this video don't get too long. We're gonna go grab the food, we'll thaw it out, and we'll drop it in there and we'll get to watch everyone eat. Might get to see Fat Bastard and Mufasa go at it at a tug of war with a shrimp. We don't know yet. Then we have Harley over here. This is known as a Pellini grouper or Harlequin grouper. I call him Harley because Harlequin groupers. I figured that'd be a pretty neat name. Don't you do that, Zeus. Don't be mean. I'll throw Karen back in there on you. I'm looking for Bandit. Bandit is my cat shark. And he's in here somewhere. We can find him. Oh, there he is. There's his nose, right between those two rocks right there. You gotta look really close, but he's in there. If I can see him from over here, he is hidden good. But anyways, that's Bandit, the cat shark. And I think that pretty much sums it up in this tank. Oh, I have one more fish, but he is sleeping, he hides, he buries himself in the sand. We call him Scarface. He is a dragon wrasse. One of the coolest fish in this whole tank because he has a huge personality for such a small fish. And they change completely over time to a totally different looking fish. Same thing with the Emperor Angel, he does too. So I think that pretty much sums it up other than what's in the sump right here. We have Karen, my mini Otis grouper. We call her Karen because she's such a she was very aggressive in the tank and really damaged Zeus. You can still see he's recovering. His fins are still growing back. So anyways, I hope y'all like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And I am going to go get the food that we're going to feed them. And we'll throw that on video too. So y'all stick around and I'll edit that in. Y'all gonna love it.